This right here is Spleef. It's a competitive minigame in Minecraft in which two players have shears and they're on a leaf platform, and they try to fight each other by breaking the blocks beneath them, and the player who is the last one standing on the platform wins. And today I am going to be showing you how to make this minigame. The very first thing that you're going to need is an arena. An arena can really be anything like this. It has a huge kind of like square area here, and then inside of it you need to have a little water on the bottom for your players to fall onto. So behind the play button, you're just going to want to add a couple command blocks that's going to set all this up. The very first thing that we are going to need to do is put all the leaves up there. So we're going to need to put in a command looking like this, where we have /fill, then some stuff we'll get into later, and leaves. Okay, once you have that, we're going to need to find the other things that you need to put in there, all those numbers. And if you don't know, those are coordinates. What you need to do is you need to go in each corner, or any two corners of your platform that you want to make, and go ahead and stand here, and then I'll go to the other one. It's important to know that your coordinates are at your feet. That's why I'm standing one block down like this. Once you've taken or like written down or whatever you want to do with both those coordinates, go ahead and just place them followed by spaces, just like this, /fill, coordinates 1, coordinates 2, then leaves. And if you did that properly, that should have your big platform up. The next thing that we're going to want to do is give your player a piece of shears, or just a pair of shears. So this right here is one of the commands you can do. What this command right here is going to do is it's going to put the very first item in your hotbar and make that shears, so it's always going to be the first item. If you don't want to write down everything I have here, you could also use a command that looks like this. You'd also, actually no, you'd want to make that at A so that everyone gets shears. But that right there will give you shears no matter what. It just doesn't put it in the very first slot right here. So that's why I have mine like this. So now that we have shears, we need to put the player into survival mode, I think. Right, so this is the one to put it in survival, just /game mode S at A. Yeah, that'll put you in survival. Then we're going to clear your inventory, and what you actually need to do is, we'll get into ticks later actually, so /clear at A. Next command you're going to want is /TP at A, and then some coordinates in the same form we did for the /fill. So just like take some coordinates kind of up here, and it'll spawn them up there. And lastly, the very last command that you're going to need is /game rule PvP false. So what this is going to do is basically allows you to not hit people, because when I was playtesting this, I found a lot of time you'd hit the other player with shears when you're trying to fight. So when I do that, go ahead and run redstone on top of all of that, and it should work. We do need to get into ticks though. So you'll notice we have a little execute on first tick thing here, and a delay in ticks. So the delay in ticks is what we're going to be dealing with. So all of these need to be kind of set almost. So the only thing that actually really needs to be changed, if I remember, is the /TP. If I can find that, you want to delay it like 1 or 2 ticks. That way, before it teleports you up there, it like gives you all your stuff. That's just gonna help a bunch of things. So now, if you've got all those commands and we push this button, it'll do all this. You'll notice there's a lot of stuff on the left-hand side. So what we can do to get rid of that is just go to your chat and type in, we're going to do /game rule, and then command block output, set that to false. And now when we go ahead and push the button again, if I can get down here, you'll notice nothing comes up on the left from the command blocks. That's all just stuff towards you, and that's really the best you can do. So now you do have your Spleef game all done and dusted. Another game variant you can do is you can use flame bows and flint and steel to make TNT drop. This one's a little more fun because you can also get some range out of it, and it makes cool explosions. Just remember to build your arena out of obsidian and cover everything that you need in obsidian or something else. The way that you can make that change is simply by going to your /replace item or /give and changing that from shears to flint and steel, just like this. Oops. Just like that. Then you're going to want to come over to your /fill and just change this to TNT. And then if you do want to give yourself a fire aspect bow, this is going to be a little bit more apprehensive or complicated or whatever you want to call it. Go ahead and add redstone onto that. So I'm just going to /give for time's sake, and then we're just going to give them a bow, and we also want to go ahead and give them arrows here, so we're going to go ahead and do that. So we go /give at a arrow, and we want to give them 64, let's say. And now this will only work if you're actually holding the bow. There isn't another really good way to do that on Bedrock. So what you're going to need to do for this is change it to oops, I cannot spell today. /enchant at a flame 1, just like that. Remember, this only works if you're actually holding the bow. But now, as you can see, when I push the button, everything gets set up like this. Ooh, where did my bow go? Okay, so it turns out you need to make your flint and steel a /give, as well as put the delay and ticks up quite a bit, like 3. Your arrows are also going to want, I don't think it actually matters, it's delay and ticks, but I just changed it to 1. Your bow needs to become a /replace item, that way you know exactly what slot it's going to be in. Remember that computers start counting at 0, so slot.hotbar3 is actually the 4th from the all the way left. Go ahead and put the delay and ticks of that on 1, and your /enchant needs to go and delay of ticks in 2. This way I know what slot my bow is going to be in every time. And yeah, now you have a fully functional variant minigame. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing if you want to support me. Thanks. Bye.